Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to a brand new series of Europa Universalis 4. This time around we are going to be playing with the new Dharma DLC. I did get access to it just before the end of the last campaign and I had it installed, but I didn't really use it in that campaign because that campaign was drawing to an end. So we're going to be starting a new campaign in India because that's what the Dharma DLC focuses on. I also noticed just before as I went to start this particular campaign here that I didn't for some reason have the Rule Britannia expansion, but I've gone and got that now. So we've got absolutely everything installed, right from Conquest to Paradise up to Dharma. I often get people asking me, if they're new to EU4, what expansions they should and shouldn't get. It's so difficult that the waters are so muddy because there have been so many features that get added in one expansion and then modified in another, and then sometimes a new DLC will come out that adds a feature that was in another DLC, so you no longer need that older DLC to get that feature. It's a complete nightmare. But there are two that I would definitely recommend getting to any new player. Art of War is one that I would definitely recommend getting, which significantly increases your sort of combat options, naval options and things like that. The next one that I would get is, I can't find it, but Common Sense. The Common Sense expansion is also one of the better ones. And then a third one I would probably go with either Mare Nostrum or Rights of Man. A lot of them are very situational, like the Cossacks, for example, is only really worth having if you intend to play over here in the sort of the Asian steppe. Cradle of Civilization, really only if you want to play in Africa. Eldorado, only if you really kind of want to play in the Americas. So a lot of it is very, very dependent. What we're going to be doing though is we're going to be starting a game over in India. I have played previously over in India as Vijayanagar, but this time around I'm going to go in as Malwa. I have had a few suggestions from people's various places to start. Someone did suggest Ceylon. The problem with that is it's actually 3 smaller nations, and they've got a very, very hard start there. I'm not going to play as Delhi because my friend Marbaz is already playing as Delhi, so I'm thinking about going in as Malwa. Malwa is a Sunni Sultanate, independent nation. It's got a 556 ruler off the bat, which is quite good. We've got Malvi ideas, so we get minus 10% infantry cost and plus 10% infantry combat ability. Very nice. We can also get an extra max promoted culture when we complete our idea group. And our ideas are National Manpower Modifier plus 15%, Yearly Prestige plus 0.5 with 25% Religious Unity, plus 10% Trade Efficiency, plus 20% Fort Defense, plus 10% Goods Produced, plus 0.1 Yearly Inflation Reduction, and Provincial Trade Power Modifier plus 10%. So there is some nice stuff in there. If we have somewhere a political map, so we are guaranteeing the independence of Bengal. We have a couple of vassals actually. So we actually have 3. We've got Kalfi, we've got Bundelkund, and we have Ghana. They are all our vassals. So there's some potential there. But let's go ahead and start this game. I never do these on Iron Man mode just because sometimes I have issues where it crashes and then I need to restart the video from the beginning, which is a bit of a pain in the neck, but it happens more often than you think. Just to make this clear, I did receive my copy of Dharma from Paradox for free, although I do pay for the base game myself and that Rule Britannia DLC, which I didn't have. So I'm not going to read any of this. There's a few things that have actually changed in this expansion. Of course, that's the whole point of it. So we will go through those as we come to them. One of the main ones is government reform. So previously, the way government would work is your different government types were tied to tech progression. And as you unlocked new technologies, you would be able to unlock new government times and basically pick one. And they gave different benefits. What they actually have now is we have these government reforms at different tiers. I do believe they are still locked to some degree behind techs, but you use this this resource here, which is basically your reform points, and this I believe is based on autonomy. Yeah, so the lower your average local autonomy, the quicker this will go up. Yeah, the lower the local autonomy is, the faster you will gain reform points. Currently you can keep at most 1,450 saved. Each tier reforms will increase the cost by 50. So we start off as an Indian Sultanate, which gives us +3 tolerance of heathens. And then we've got these things here. So we could be feudal nobility, we could be autocracy, plutocracy, a Rajput kingdom, or an Ikta. They all have different things and different bonuses. So I believe you can only have one per tier. So if we were to change this now, we would lose that tolerance of heathens. So we do get enables the Ikta taxation ability. Not sure if this is one that we can change. I'm going to leave it for now. I don't really have any desires to change anything there. Some of the stuff that has changed, policies have changed. You'll notice this looks very different now. Limits you to the number of policies that you can actually have running at any one time. So hopefully we'll get to mess around with that. And then we've also got the mission system as well. So we do have some specific missions for the Indian nations. Can enact a taxation policy. Excellent. So we've got these things here. So we can tax farming, which will give us +15% national tax modifier. Or we can have -5% core creation cost. Or we can have diplomatic reputation and reduced liberty desire in subjects. What is our subjects' liberty desire? Who have we got? So you actually quite like us. You don't like us all that much. We do need to sort of improve some relations over here with these guys. As nice as tax is to get, let's get that diplomatic relation and reduce the liberty desire. We don't want to end up losing our vassals early on. We do want to try and sort of keep them happy where we can. We also want to try and get ourselves a big friendly neighbour. But Marnis don't like us at all. Who has rivaled us actually? Let's go and have a look at that. So we've been rivaled by Bamanis, Vijayanagar and Bengal. Well, that's not good, is it? Let's see if we can get friendly with someone like Janpur. Janpur don't hate me, but let's go ahead and... can we get a royal marriage with you? Yeah, that might help. Let's also go and try and improve some relations with our vassals here. So you actually quite like us. You like us a fair bit. But it's never a bad idea trying to get something done. We could try and grab some land from somebody. Is anybody protecting you? No, they're not. So we could go ahead and try and get a... where are we? Covert actions. Go ahead and build a spy network over there. So we've got our army. We should definitely consider getting a general. We've got national decisions we can take as well. We can adopt the title of Khalifa. That will move us towards legalism. Sure. Reduce national unrest and move even more towards legalism. Sure. And missionary strength versus heretics can go up. Sure. Why not? All good things. We can do some conversions. From Hindu to Sunni. We probably should start working on that. We will need to set some rivals, so we might as well rival all the people that have rivaled us. Vijayanagar and... oh, that's not what I wanted to do. And Bamanis. Okay, lots of people hating us here. We will need to get some leaders. So yeah, you have high liberty desire, but hopefully we can get that to go away. Estates. So that is something else that has also now changed. We've got a lot more estates here as the Indian nations because we've got the Jains and the Rajputs. What we would like to do is get a general. What do we need for this? We need influence of 40% or higher. We could give them a bit of land. We could lose some prestige, get a boost that way, and then get ourselves a general. That's worth doing. This has upset the Rajputs a little bit. Could have got a Rajput general, actually. The Amris would lose some loyalty if we did. Let's do that, actually. Gives us a... does that drop it even more? So we've got 2 generals that we can choose from now anyway. Now, this is a difficult decision, isn't it, right here? How many generals are we allowed to have? We can actually have 2, so we will keep them both around. Excellent. We need to get some advisors. We are making a tiny amount of money. Being the first to get to the next military tech, though, is always worth it. And having that morale of armies is also probably worth it, too. We can have more guys here. So let us increase this up to 2 more infantry. We are going to leave them here. Let's go ahead and put a general in charge of them anyway. The one with the extra... I mean, at the moment, fire isn't all that useful. Shock is actually better right now because we're still in the early game. So we're going to go ahead and unpause. We will go up to speed 3. We have our royal marriage. We now have too many diplomatic relations, which is fine. We may stop guaranteeing Baglana. We'll see how that works out for us. We do have a free merchant as well for some reason. So how are things with trade? We have 1 merchant over here. You are pushing trade down. And we could be collecting here, or we could put somebody sort of further upstream. I think what we could do... There isn't really anywhere else that we can put you. I mean, we could collect trade from here, but I'm not sure how well that would work. I think we're just going to leave that merchant for the time being. Collecting trade will probably just hurt. So let's go ahead and build this army up a little bit. Lots of things firing off here. So what have we got here? Monthly autonomy change goes up. Local missionary strength goes down. We've gained humiliate CB. We have a new heir. I will be using people from the list. Actually, no. People from the list are going to be generals. It's always more fun to have them as actual people fighting. I think. I don't know. I might mix it up. We'll see how it goes. We are now losing money, which is hardly surprising. I will reduce army maintenance as soon as we've got this army together. People are insulting us. An alliance offer from Jaipur. Yes, thank you very much. That is what I would like. So who was that just went and insulted us? I've now lost it. Where are my CBs? Should I have a CB against you? Okay, well that's fine. Now that we've got an ally, it's probably a little bit safer for us to go ahead and put our maintenance down slightly. Not too much. Now, we are landlocked, so we don't have to worry about having a navy. We do have 2 forts, including this one here. Let's go ahead and turn this fort off for now. That'll save us quite a bit of money per month. So we do want to build up some cash. But yeah, I think we can jump in over here. Have you guys got any allies yet? You're allied with Bermanis, so that doesn't really help things. And you're also right next to us, so that is not great. You've declared a war on Gujarat. So who else could we potentially try and pick on? I mean, we definitely want to try and integrate our vassals if we can. What about Gwalior? You are allied with Kutch. Kutch is where now? Let's have a look. You're not that big an issue. I think what we're going to do is actually call you back. And we're going to go and try and build a spy network over here. Calfi diplomatic insult. Aren't you one of my vassals? You are. Can we start integrating you? We probably can't. Let's get royal marriages with our vassals, as we probably should. Can't get a royal marriage with you because you are currently disloyal. What about you? We can get a royal marriage with you. So try and get royal marriages. We'll try and integrate all of our vassals if we can, rather than doing it the militaristic way where possible. Let's have a look at neighbours and see. You are a vassal under Gujarat. Gujarat is getting beaten up by Bamanis, so we could go ahead and, if we had a free diplomat... Oh no, we'd have to spy on your overlord. Well, we can spy on Gujarat, I suppose. Do we really want to do that? I mean, Gujarat don't hate us, but we really need to get some... we really need to start expanding, is the point that I'm trying to make. So we're improving relations, we're building some spy networks, we are... I don't want to say financially stable, because we're not really. We're not capped out in manpower. We only have 2 prestige. Getting some additional stability would be nice. We do have 3 advisor slots. So yeah, we need to get to a point where we can start a relatively early war. I would like to increase relations with Jaipur, although it's not terrible, so I can live with that. I do want to start drilling as well to get my army professionalism up, but of course it's quite expensive when you don't really have much of an income. So we won't be doing that just yet. We've also got the... capital doesn't actually have a fort. Yeah, that fort should really be here in the capital, to be honest. 1 base tax. Yeah, we'll take the base tax. Unfortunately, we can't afford to build a fort here. That would be the most useful thing. So, people making claims is fine. Okay, we have... on you. You are in that alliance with Kutch, which we don't really care about. We can, or should be able to, get ourselves a claim. Network needs to be of at least size 20. I thought it was 10. I thought it was 10 to get your first claim. Still, it won't take too long to get up to 20. We'll keep moving towards legalism because I want the money coming in right now. And the best way to do that is with legalism, because it increases our tax modifier. And then once those... was it 20 years where we can make that taxation decision? What is it under now? It's here, isn't it? Is it 20 years? 64. Yeah. So, we'll be able to go and change that. Oh dear. My Sultan the Rimmer is spreading that Khmer is preparing to attack Champa in a war of aggression. Not really stuff that we need to deal with, so I'm not too bothered about that. I wish we had more money. How much are we making in trade? Let's have a look at this. 0.87 ducats. Let's assume that we did go ahead and get you to collect from trade. Will that put us up from 87 ducats, or will it drop us down? Yep, that actually goes up. That's fine, then we will do that. Our truce with Ghana has ended. Or Gaha has ended. That's fine. So I don't really want to attack any of my vassals. They will help us in the wars, hopefully. We do want to try and start integrating them. We probably want to try and integrate Gaha first if we can. Who are the guys that we are actually sucking up to? Would they actually accept a royal marriage now? They would. But we will need to get a diplomat back before we can do that. I'd really like, if possible, to declare this war down here while Gujarat is still busy fighting Bamanis. That would be ideal for us. Stability cost modifier reduction. Very nice. Now, who is this? Ah, you're offering me the royal marriage. Excellent. We have a mission fulfilled, which is this one here. This mission was to all countries, excluding Malwa, is not in the Muslim religion group royal marriage with Malwa. And it gives us +2 diplomatic reputation. Very nice. What do we need to get this one? Have at least 2 allies with 100 trust. Number of allies must be at least 4. We might be able to do that. What else do we have to get these? All provinces in Buckelhand area owned by Malwa and Gondwana. That might happen. Total army size is at least 100% of the force limit, which actually gives us some permanent claims. That is actually worth doing, as we only need 3 more men. We don't have a lot of money, but it's worth doing it just to get the claims. We can always disband some later on. So this is the one against Galliwar. Gwaliori, which is these guys here. Now, are you allied with anybody yet? You are allied with Kutch, so we're not too bothered about that. I still think that I would prefer to go with... do we want to lose prestige? It's probably the better option right now. I still want to go after these guys first. We're nearly there, actually. Now, we are going to start losing money. We probably will end up taking a loan out. I think that's going to be unavoidable. So, let's go ahead and just bump up the army maintenance. So let's go ahead and get our claim over here. Who's also got a claim on that? Malwa, that's fine. There's no real reason for you to be there anymore. So let's go ahead and pull that diplomat back. And let's make sure that we do have one where we can actually try and improve relations with Jampur. We really want to keep them going. We've got another mission fulfilled. There we go. Prepare an invasion force. So we can make a claim on that. The next mission is to own all of those provinces, which will give us some more claims. So if we actually look where our claims are now, we've got claims on all of this stuff now. So that'll be really good for us. But I do want to get down here and attack these guys if we can. We'll wait for the entire army to get together, and it has. So we can go ahead now, I believe... Oh yeah, we need a free diplomat, don't we? Let's go ahead and bring you back from Jampur for this one. And I think what we'll actually do is we will start this war in the next video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you're going to enjoy this series of EU4. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.